This is just Bob Bowman, and I'm coming at you with another video. I'm going to keep this a little bit brief. I have something that's on my mind, and one thing is that for so long I have criticized myself for every shortcomings that I've had in life. I've had my flaws pointed out by everybody else outside of me, as well as me pointing out the flaws. It's time for me to recognize something that's good that recently happened through these developments that I've been going through. And having to deal with a tough situation by myself, with thinking that my support system was bigger than what it was, and I realized that it's even smaller than what I thought, and that it's going to get smaller as time progresses. And one thing that I've found out and I had to accept is that that's just how it is in life, especially when you're not a follower. And congratulations to me, because I understand now that I'm not a follower. And if I was a follower, I would be tolerating a lot of things that I don't want to tolerate. I would be tolerating disrespect. I would be tolerating individuals being in my presence that I don't want to be in my presence. I would be tolerating people trying to get me to do things that I don't want to do. I don't have to deal with that. Since I'm not a follower, I understand now that I'm not a beta male, because most beta males are followers and they follow everything with no questions asked most of the time. But I've been working on myself to get a lot of the bad things that I was taught growing up out of my system. And now that I'm developing a mind of my own. I'm developing boundaries of my own. I'm developing the way that I interact with people without the influence of others on my own. I'm becoming my own man. And when a man becomes his own man, he's a leader. Even if he's a leader of none, he's a leader of himself. Which is a great start, because you have a lot of men out here that don't even get to that point of becoming a leader of themselves because they're followers. But I'm not a follower. I've proven that I'm not a follower. There were individuals that pegged me to be a follower, and they are upset because they didn't have me under their thumb the way that they thought they had me. And so I understand that with this type of maturity and progress that I'm going through and not being a follower, you will have individuals that will tell other people not to be involved with me, tell other people not to have any dealings with me, not to even communicate with me, because I didn't follow a certain recipe that they laid out for me without even going through discussions with me, because they thought so low of me that they said, we don't even have to ask this person. We just need to present it, and they need to take it, and if they don't, then we'll just show them how we really feel about them. So even though this journey hurt my feelings, I realized just how a lot of people, including some family, feel about me. Now, does it make me upset to a certain degree? Yes, it does. But I'm starting to understand that even though it's hard to deal with, at least I'm more realistic about what's going on with me. And I'm realistic about my life. I'm not saying that things are going to, not get better for me, not improve. But at the same time, I'm more aware of what's going on around me. I'm more aware of where I fit into things, and I'm more aware of how I'm viewed and perceived by certain individuals. I've put a lot of protection on myself through these last few years to keep me sane. And so I know that I've pushed a lot of people that were associated with the people that dogged me out away as well. But now I'm needing to learn how to differentiate between those that don't mess with me and those that do, and treat the people that mess with me with the respect and the kindness that I would have treated those that didn't mess with me. Like, cut those people off, keep the other people in my life, and keep it moving. Am I saying that it's an easy thing to do? It's an easy process? No, I'm not. Because when you haven't been doing the right moves for so long and you're breaking out of certain modes and you're older and you understand that there was some development that you missed, but you are catching up to those developments, it's going to be tough. And I had to realize life isn't going to go the way that I thought it was going to go. Um, Even though it's not going the way that I would like it to go, I could still salvage dignity out of this. I could still salvage some type of form of success. And it might not be riches and famous, riches and fame, notoriety, having the respect of the community or my peers, but at least I can hold my head up high and say that in spite of all the traumas and the adversities and the challenges that I faced in my life, that I made myself a decent human being. And I don't need a lot of people to give me a pat on my back. If I was to pass away tomorrow, and Lord forbid that happens, but I'm just saying that if I was to pass away tomorrow and they were to hold a funeral for me, and only a handful of people show up, I'm not gonna care. You know why? Because I'm gonna be in the ground, and the way that I think and the way that I look at things has changed, and it has molded me for the better. Um, I'm not taking anything for granted, and I'm not going to be naive and gullible at the same time anymore. And I know that there's going to be individuals that's going to try to test me, but that comes with life is tests, and I don't care about, I'm not trying to pass anybody's test anymore. I really don't care anymore. I just want to just live. If I, have a family, I have a family. If I don't, I don't. I just want to live, get this shit over with, and then see what else is next for me in that other dimension. I mean, that's where I'm at. And I know that comes with a lot of criticism. Is people that's going to say, oh, you gave up. No, I didn't give up. I'm just not living up to the expectations that were put upon me by delusional individuals that didn't want to see who it was that I am as a person other than what they think that I am as a person. And I refuse to go along with it. So congratulations to me. I'm not a follower. And with that being said, this is just Bob Bowman, and I'm out.